Shabbat Shalom, everybody. We're going to start with a reading on page 121. As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat. Turning to page 124, may the door of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture. May the door of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity. May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet. May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness. May this synagogue be, for all who enter, the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life. And we're going to go all the way to 138 for Lecha Dodi. Lecha dodi likrat kala, panei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, panei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zakur b'dibur echad, hishmi'anu el hamiuchad. Adonai echad u'shmo echad. Hashem ul tiferet v'lit hila, lecha dodi likrat kala, panei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, panei Shabbat nekabela. Hitorari, hitorari, kiva oret kumi ori. Uri, Uri, Shir Daberi, Kavod Adonai Alayich Nila. Sorry about that. Lecha dodi likrat kala, panei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, panei Shabbat nekabela. We stand and face the door for verse 9. Bo'i v'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha u'bzala. Tokem u'neyam segula, bo'i kala, bo'i kala. Lecha dodi likrat kala, panei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, panei Shabbat nekabela. Okay, so we are on page 144 for the Reader's Kaddish. Please rise. Yitkadal v'yikadash shemei Rabba v'yamad yivrach yirtei v'yamlik malchutei uv'hayechon uv'yomechon uv'hayeda kol beit Yisrael Bagala, Bagala, Uvizman Kariv, Vimaru Amen. Yeheshmei Rabba Mevorach, Leolam Meomaya, Yitbarach, Yitbarach, Vishtabach, V'yitparar, V'yitbarman, V'yitnaseh, V'yithadar, v'yithalel, v'yithalal, Shemei dekudesha brichu, le'alam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nehemata, damiran biyama, v'imaru, amen. And the Shema. Baruch Hu et Adonai nope, not Shema. Baruch Hu, sorry. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Now we have the Shema, 152. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kavod, Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. And you may be seated for Ve'ah Hafta. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להיות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. Okay, let's go to page 158 for Mi Chamocha. Got a little frog in my throat tonight. Mi Chamocha ba'elim Adonai, Mi Chamocha Nedar b'kodesh, Nora tehilot, Osefela, Nora tehilot, Osefela, Malchutecha, Ra'uvanecha, Lokei Hayom, Lifnei Moshe v'Miriam, Ze'eli, Anu v'Yamru, Adonai Yimloch, Yada Adonai et Yaakov, Ugalo miyad chasak mimenu. Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. You know, I feel like I should throw something English in here. So at the bottom of page 160, grant, O God, that we lie down in peace and raise up our guardian to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel. For your name's sake, be our help. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. Guard our going and coming to life and to peace evermore. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Okay, on 162, we have the Shamru. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat ledoredam barit olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat ledoretam barit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti leolam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat ledoretam barit olam. Ki sheshe yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim v'et ha'aretz. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat ledoretam barit olam. Uvayom hashvi'i shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasot et ha-Shabbat ledoretam barit olam. Please rise for tefillah. Adonai sifata tivtak ufi hagita hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Page 166. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotinu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Ha'gibor v'Hanura, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, Lo konei hakol, bezoker hasdei avot v'yimahot, umevi gula livnei v'neihem, laman shemo be'ahava. Melech ozer u'mashiach u'magem, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Bezrat Sarah. And page 168. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atah rav loshia. Mashiv haruach u'morid hagashem, Mechakel hayim b'chesed, Mechaye hakol b'rachamim rabim, Somech noflim v'rafeh cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Mikamocha Baal Gevurot, Umido Mechlach, Melech Memid, Umachaye, Umatzmiya Yeshua, Ne'eman atah lachot hayutakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye hakol. And page 170. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, Ukdoshim b'kol yom galu l'asela, Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. And this is time to take a few minutes for silent prayer. On 178, I want to read in the English the prayer for peace. Grant abundant peace to Israel, your people forever, for you are the sovereign God of all peace. May it be pleasing to you to bless your people Israel in every season and moment with your peace. Blessed are you, Adonai, who blesses your people Israel with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, Marech et amo Yisrael b'shalom. We have Oseh Shalom on 180. Oseh Shalom bimramav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvi tovel, v'imru, amen. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, Shalom Aleinu v'Yakol Yisrael. I think this is the point where I have a little something to say about this week's Parsha. Now, this week's Parsha is Vayikra, and I found a little commentary about humility, and I thought this one was more interesting than the one about sacrifices and what kind of animal needs to be brought for whatever sin. So, let's go with it. When God called Moses to enter the sanctuary for the first time, the verse states, Vayikra el Moshe, and God called to Moses. The word Vayikra is written with a small aleph, and the Baal HaTurim, in his commentary to this verse, says that Moses wrote this aleph smaller than the other letters out of humility. Although Moses was singled out among all the Jews and chosen to directly communicate with God, he minimized the importance of this by writing the word as if it said, Vayikar, and God happened upon Moses. Despite the fact that Moses was great in prophecy, Torah, and wisdom, the trait that God found fit to mention in the Torah was his humility. Moses was the most humble person on the face of the earth. Certainly, Moses knew that he was the one chosen by God to redeem the Jews from Egypt, to split the sea, to receive the Torah, and to lead the Jews through the desert. Nevertheless, Moses remained humble because he thought that if someone else had been born with the same qualities he had, that person might have exceeded his own accomplishments. In a similar vein, Rav Yosef, a Talmudic sage, said about himself that he was an unusually humble man, on par with the extremely humble people of previous generations. Although he recognized his own humility, this didn't detract from it. Okay, just a little bit more about the importance of humility. Of humility and arrogance, it is said, if one is humble, it is as if he has offered all of the sacrifices. God answers the prayers of a humble person. One who is humble is close to God. Despite the fact that Moses was great in prophecy, Torah, and wisdom, the trait that God found fit to explicitly mention in the Torah was his humility. Some are of the opinion that true humility is the highest spiritual level that can be achieved. For this reason, Isaiah refers to the Jewish people as the humble ones. Okay. I'm going to close on that note. Seem to remember the Jewish people being referred to as stiff-necked, but we'll go on from there. Okay. I think we are going to 371 for Misha Berach, and I don't have a list. Do you have any names online?
Yes. We have Tanya Hurst, Chris Ferretti, Carol Dunbar, Holly Helbine, Bonnie Miller.
Okay. David Vittner, Tully Vittner, Wendy Fine, Jerry Vittner, thank you. Wendy Fine, Barbara Freed, Morris and Felice, Elliot Brass. Why don't you call them out? Okay. Misha Beirach Avotenu Makor HaBracha Limotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Beirach Imotenu Makor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Okay, we go to page 586 for the Elenu. Elaine, oh, wait, I'm forgetting something kind of important. You want to come up and help me open the ark? Okay. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liyotzer breshit, shalo asanu kagaye haratzot, v'lo samanu kamishpachot harama, shalo asan kelkenu kahem, v'goraninu kakohamunam, Banachnu Kurim, Umishtahamim Umadim, Lifnei Melech Malkei Hamlakim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Go to page 588. Shehunot HaShamayim v'yosed haaretz, Umoshev Kagaru b'shamayim mima'al, Ushkinatuzo, begave meromim, hu Eloheinu ein od, emet malkeinu v'fizulato, kakatuv betorato, yadat hayom v'hashivota, Elavecha, ki Adonai, hu Elohim, b'shamayim mima, v'ya'aretz mitachat ein od. V'nemar, v'haya Adonai, L'melech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo, u'shemo, u'shemo echad. It does. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay. Before the Mourner's Kaddish, I'm going to read from page 594. Why should I wish to see God better than this day? I see something of God in each hour of the 24, and each moment then. In the faces of men and women I see God, in my own face in the glass. I find letters from God dropped in the street, and every one is signed by God's name, and I leave them where they are, for I know that wheresoever I go, others will punctually come forever and ever. Please rise for the Mourner's Kaddish. Do we have a list? Yard signs? I need to do that in advance. There we go. Jerry Steinberger, Marsha Finkelman, Marjorie Rosenberg, Lillian Sherwin, Wesley B. Inglett, Jerry Rubin, Rebecca Finkelman, Mark Zidell, Gary Eugene Horowitz, Gail Rubin, Eli Lesser, Gloria Silverstein, Alan Sachs, Fred Markell, Robert Levitt, Eva Bernstein, Beatrice Kay, Sam Portnoy, Sarah Stuckler. Ina Kaplan. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, v'yalma divrut girute, v'yamlik malchute, b'chayechon uv'yomachon, uv'haye dekol beit Yisrael, ba'agala ulizman kari v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mavorach le'olam u'olamei almaya. Yitbarak v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yithalel v'yithalal shmei dekudisha barichu. Le'olam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechemata dam yiran b'yoma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'mramav hu yasei shalom aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'imru amen. You may be seated. Let's do going too far. Let's do it down the line. Have you got the page? I did go way past it. Adon olam asher melach b'terem kol yitzir nivra v'yed nasa v'hesakol asai meleshem nikra adon olam v'yakare kiklot hakol levado yimlok nora adon olam v'hu haya v'hu hodeh V'hu yeh b'tifara adon olam, asher malach, b'terem kol, yitzir nivra, v'yed nasa, v'hefsakol, azai melech shemo nikra adon olam, v'hu echad, v'en sheni, laham shelo lahakbira adon olam, B'lei reshit, b'lei tachlit, b'lo ha'oz v'ham yisra adon olam, asher malach, b'terem kol, yitzir nivra, v'yed nasa, v'hefsakol, azai melech shemo nikra adon olam, V'hu echad v'yen sheni laham shelo lahakbira adon olam b'li reshit b'li tachlit b'lo ha'oz v'ham yisra adon olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra v'yed nasa V'hesakol, azai melech shemo nikra adon olam, v'hu eli, v'hai goali, v'tzur chevli v'yetor tzara adon olam, v'lu nisi, v'manosli, manakasi b'yam ekra adon olam, asher malach. B'terem kol yitzir nivra v'yed nasa v'hefsakol azai melech shemo nikra adon olam biyado afkid ruki b'yed sham b'ya'ira adon olam v'im ruki gaviati Adonai li v'lo ira adon olam, asher malach, b'terem kol, yitzir nivra v'yed nasa, V'hesakol Ezai melech shemoni kra adon olam. Shavua tov, everybody, and Shabbat shalom. Good night. Excuse me.